Welcome to this look at a mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on The Another World. This is by Dezign Farming, Tina Inc. 219.44 megabytes download. This is a mod map I missed. What I'm finding interesting as I'm going through these is some of the maps I missed. And again, like I said, I don't know, I've said this every single time. I don't know why I've missed this one. I don't know how I missed this one, but I did. But it's interesting that some of the ones that I've missed, it must be some kind of instinct. They're either packed to the gills with stuff or complicated or, Now, this is a real tale of two halves. There are some real clunky bits on this map as you go around, and you'll see. Like I say, I'm not going to hide them. I can't hide them. They're on the map. But then there's also some really phenomenal bits. There's like a fortified walled town further over the map, which is just fantastic. There's an animal type added in, which is in the forest. And why can't all animal pens be like this? That's what I'm going to say now. It's just brilliant. So yeah, I don't know. I'm torn both ways. We start at the part of the start farm. What I've done is already put some money in. I'm on new farmer, and you start with 100,000. So I've already put money in. I'll explain why. Because again, the map on this is really confusing and complicated. When you start buying up plots of land, it will make sense when I show you the map. There are no required mods to download, which is quite handy. There are no custom crops, and contracts are available. The slot count is 1,490 on all three game modes, so you start with all the same stuff. Now, there are farms all over the place, there are buildings all over the place, there are animal pens all over the place. I think you're at the limit of animal pens on the map already. Some I could remove, some I couldn't remove. Some buildings I could, some decoration I could, and some I couldn't. And so it's going to be a case, like I've always said before, save your game, try to delete stuff. If it doesn't quite work, you want to go back to your previous save game. I got slot count down to 1,082, but you can probably get it lower, or you might want to leave some other bits in if you want to. That, of course, is absolutely fine. In here, we scroll down, we get do mods and DLCs added in. We've got pallets. Yes, there are some productions. There are 30 additional productions, not actual production buildings, but sort of should I say products. It does say productions when you read this a lot in changelogs and menus, and it says 30 additional productions. They are 30 additional products within a production, I would say. I don't know. Anyway. And some you need pallets for, so you can buy pallets if you don't want to make your own. That's absolutely fine. They're in here. If we come out of there and we go into our build mode, we have got, like I said, there's no required mod, so anything in here adding in. We've got a whole load of sheds added in. We have got under silos, we've got some silos, manure heaps, manure plate. Under container, we've got a fuel tank, 25,000 litre, and then under farmhouses, we've got a couple of farmhouses out on the end there, farm garage and farmhouse. And then we come up to our production factories. We've got quite a few. Some I will buy, some I won't, because some have got additional features and some are standard. But we'll, if I remember, we'll do as we go round. That's why I put some money in. Under selling points, do we have anything? Oh yes, we did. Yep. Sell points. Yep, we've got a lot of sell points in here as well, including the chalet boiler, which is a biomass heating plant, but it takes some additional bits and bobs here and there. There was nothing under greenhouses and orchards. Under animals, where are we? We have got some under cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens. Nothing under bees. Under decoration, we had, I think one thing was under lights. I think we only had one light out on the end added in. There you go, on the end, small floodlight. Then landscaping, we had, or have, some additional paint textures. There's a few extra ones thrown in there, and then there was nothing additional under trees and plants added in, saying it was a mod. There are a lot of trees in here, so the tree palette basic is quite extensive, but no modded ones added in over and above that. So the map looks like this. It's fairly extensive already. We do have some forested areas. Field prices, as you can see, we've got a lot of small plots which aren't too expensive, and they kind of, well, they're in clusters really, and then it goes out to larger plots as we go around. Mid-sized fields there, 57. I mean, like, there's nothing break the bank. If we go to a forestry plot, 750 grand. Now we can buy the verges, the periphery. If we go out to the edge, actually let's pick a bit that's easier to get to, that bit there. But that's 5,426,040 for farmland 1. So if you want to buy the verges, the periphery, you can. There is a little plot up here just there, which is separate. You can buy that, and so you've got that's the periphery, but that's sort of separate. There's stone in I think one of the screenshots shows it. There's stone in the bottom of the river. You can go into the river, into the ford, into the river, and take the stone out there. We might whiz out and have a look at that later on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to click off of that. I'm going to now go around, because this is what we start with on New Farmer. We start with this farm. We start with this farm plot here. We start with this field plot here. This one here. This one out here. I don't remember buying that one. Oh, it's part of the main farm. I was going to say, I don't remember buying that. There's a cow pasture up the top there, as you can see. But here's where things get really weird. We have got, like, for example, here, that little plot, and I don't think that's linked to anything else, because some of them are linked across the other side of the map. If I buy that one, do that, that, and that, we get a pig pasture pop up. Where was there another one? Was it here? Oh, there was the horses. Right, so this farm up here, if I click on this now, that highlights that, highlights that, highlights that, and highlights all the way over here as well. You buy that farm, so if we do that now, do that, that, and that, we get the animals here with horses there, horses here, and horses all the way over there. So all of those are all linked together. Again, like I say, a bit of a curiosity. We've got a pasture down here and a farm down here. We have got a farm down here, but this one is like derelict buildings. You can't remove the buildings, and there's no pens or anything come up on that one. We do have a farm over here, which I'll buy. And then I think, where was there another one? There was an animal. Oh, there's a plot here. Do that, that, and that. Do that and that, you'll see. There you go. So we've got some pastures and pens popping up all over the place. Where else have I missed one? There's one here, plot 13. That one comes up. Now we do have over here this quarry plot. That's on the periphery around the outside, but this quarry on the inside you can buy separately. That allows you access to stone in the bottom of the quarry if you want to do that. What else was that? That's on the periphery. The verges. Done that one, that one, I think. That might be all of the ones I was intending to do. Now, there's one forest plot, which is here, 52, 864,816. If I do that, 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 and that, pigs, but not just pigs, we'll get to that later on. It's incredibly cool. That's the thing I was talking about. For me, the clunkiness doesn't matter about the clunkiness. That bit alone, for me, I just thought was just wonderful. So, that's all of that purchased. I've shown you the pallets, they're available. There are 20 collectibles, haven't come across one yet, but that's all well and good. So, let's turn around. Sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger in here. We've got a pickup just inside the building here. Dialogue box. Now, what I will say as well, there are little bits here and there, 70 chickens here, on the map, where if you look at the fields and field numbers, like for example up here, when you click on that, that says plot 225. That's plot 225. That, if you look down the bottom, it says farmland 153. So one of the little bits that purchases, and there's another bit somewhere else that purchases. Was that the pig bit there? One of them's 153. Some of the numbers overlap a little bit, and there are some locations where there are triggers, icons, but the icons don't seem to link up to anything. You'll see as we go around. Like I say, there's a few little bits here and there, but I think, to be honest with you, I think you can gloss over that because it's worth it. So, mower in the back of there, trailer, tractor at the front there, small baler, small tractor just there. On the side here, Berkman, mower, and skid steer loader with pallet forks. Feed point there for the chickens, and the egg spawn point is just there. Let's grab the pickup and let's get around. We've got a lot to get around. That's why I've purchased all the land in advance, because that way I haven't got to keep stopping every time we get to a plot and say, oh look, we've got this, and then buy the land, and then then I'm in and out of the menus like an absolute madman. And this is what I'm talking about, where it's a little bit clunky here and there. You've got bits of, I mean, that might be, it's supposed to be like paved, maybe it's been re-tarmacked or something, but there are, like, you'll see, we've got orchards and olive groves all over the place. There's a little train line that runs in and out of the map. I haven't seen a train on it yet, and you can't rent train or anything like that, but it is on here. We turn in here, we do have some purchase points. So we've got purchase points for liquids, is just here. Purchase point for others, inputs, is just here. And then tucked right around the back here, we've got a lime station, just in there. I will, as I always do, show you on the map where we are, where we've been, what kind of feeling we're having. A little bit further up and turn in just here. Another reason why I put the money in already, because of some of the facilities. If I miss something, I apologise. Like I said, there's a lot on here, a lot packed in. So it does say sweet and sour raisins. However, this is processing of fruit and vegetables, and if we do this, raisins and grape juice, but then we've got grape vinegar, strawberry vinegar and tomato sauce as well can be made in here. So that's 3 additional products already, and as you can see this side, pallets required. Not all of the processes do require pallets. When I checked on the dairy and stuff like that, the dairy was standard but didn't require pallets. I think it's just some of the stuff that's been modded over and above normal, but again, it's that thing. I would save the game. If you're going to buy a production, buy it. If you then realise, actually no, I didn't want that, or it's not what I thought it was going to be, you can always go back to your previous save, and then it's sort of no harm, no foul, so to speak. Turn it just here. This is the food factory. Whole load of stuff can be made in here. We purchased this one for 110,000. Cereal, popcorn, sugar popcorn, honey popcorn, various different ice creams. Food factory. I don't know what that one is. Chocolate ice cream, French fries, and zini tomato sauce, and candy tinagada on there as well. So a whole load, and again, pallets required on this one. But you can buy them. That's not a problem at all. So a whole load of productions there. We come out and just past here. Vehicle shop is just there. Vehicle shop with workshop inside, and that is the reset point, respawn point on the map. So if you need to reset anything, it will reset back to there. We tuck just down here. There's going to be a little bit of sort of bouncing around all over the place. We've got the animal trader. Now the animal trader, when you look on the map, next to it has got a point that says vehicle shop. Not that one, that one. Let's go back to the map and I'll show you what I mean. So, from the little farm unit here, we went up there and took in those 3 purchase points, then into here, into there, and across here. We come across the animal dealer, and there, that says vehicle shop. That's well, repair centre, but that vehicle shop menu trigger is supposed to be up here in the building. So that's for your vehicle shop, or repair, and then the vehicle shop's next to it. Because you can't actually get to that. If you click on that and say visit, it will take you into the building here. So I think that's in the wrong location. Now this map had an update a while back and hasn't had one since, and it's not likely to get another one. I think that was, wow, okay, that was February 2023. That was updated last. Gas station, just here. Then across the way, one of the plots we bought extra, which is this one here, which is plot 13. We've got a sheep pasture, just here, for 150 sheep. Come back across the way. We go into the second part of the farm, which is going to split over a couple of areas. Spinnery, just to our left. That's standard as far as I can tell. Menus, recipes, that kind of stuff. So, equipment. Flat bale trailer, baler, large baler actually tucked in there. 2 silage clamps, front loader gear. We run across the front of here. Harvester, header on a header trailer, corn header on the front. Whiz around here. Class with sprayer, seeder, planter, windrower, front loader gear. Like I said, there's some front loader gear across the front there. We go just around here. We've got a farmer. Was this 800 or 500? I can't remember what I wrote down. Farmer 500 silo. As far as I can tell, that's standard crop types. Fuel tank just over there, which is 25,000 litres, not 25 litres. Not a lot. Manure heap just there, and then the cows. This was 80. We was down the front, and this pasture runs right the way around the side here. We do have the cow barn, and we have a cow pasture as well. So the cow pasture is just here. It does 175? 175? Don't want to buy anything. So sheep pasture just past it, and then cow pasture just here. Now, a lot of this stuff could all be removed if you wanted to. The cow pasture I could remove. The sheep pasture I couldn't. So again, like I say, it's just going to be trial and error. And because there are so many pastures around the map, I didn't go around the map trying to remove every single one of them. So it's going to be a bit of a, you know, have a go, see what you think, see what you can remove, and you know, some will, some won't. To our right, pizzeria. Just around the corner here, I will stop, because I'm good like that. This is the chalet boiler, so this is the cell point for what would usually be the biomass heating plant. It's just there. Then if we run down the side of here, we've got a kind of, you can buy that plot of land, so you can add to it if you wanted to, sort of build your own, whatever you want to do. But down towards the end, we've got a debris crusher just there, and we are heading out of the town now, past more areas of vineyards. The landscape, to say it's sweeping is an understatement. We've got rivers and valleys and all sorts of stuff all over the place. And it feels very, very big. It feels like a big map. We take this turning just out here. This brings out to store, town farmer. Like a farmer's market. That's just here. So back to the map. So from this farm area here, or from what we said was the vehicle store, to the gas station, sheep pasture, up into the farm area around here, pizzeria, chalet, boiler, and then the debris crusher just there. We've driven out here, and we've now come up here to this point here. We're going to whiz out and go out to the top, to the northwest, and then work our way across the map, and then kind of come round. We're spiralling. We're spiralling out of control, people. Like I said, it's an interesting one for me. I say often, you sometimes find it. The attention to detail and the stuff that's on the map. Then you've got other areas where it does seem a little bit, you know, you stop and you think, wow, it's a very strange thing. It's hard to get your head around. I don't know. It's like I say every single time. I've never made a map. I'm one of those people that if I tried to learn, I know it would consume me entirely. It would probably take me months and months and months and months and months to bring out one map. Carpentry, I think this was standard. We are going to buy it anyway, just double check, I'm trying to remember. Furniture wood, furniture planks, but it does require pallets. No, it doesn't require pallets, it makes pallets. What am I talking about? Turn that off. So you can make pallets here, that was the thing I was going to say. Yes, with wood chips being the byproduct. Hop in. Onwards we go. So that's another reason why I thought I would do it the way I did with buying the plots as I did, because when I started making my notes and as I started going around and realised, turn there, realised that one of the plot, like when I bought a plot up here, I bought a plot further along, that it had bought 3 other plots and other locations around the map. As I got to them, I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, I don't remember buying this. And I thought, okay, well, the easiest thing to do is to buy them all up, and then as I go around I can just show you them. And you know, so this farm up here, this was plot 153 if I remember correctly. Please, was this the one that I said was 153, but the number was overlaying? Yeah, when you click on it, it says 153. So up here, once this is purchased, we've got chickens at 70. We've got a farmer, 800 I think this one was. Yep. Swing around here. Shed and barn space. We have got pigs, 500 of. And the rest is just shed space. As you can see. Nip back through there. So what I'm going to do now is just nip directly across there, because that brings us onto another track which actually will expedite our travel around the map. Like I said, it's weird. Well, when we get to a bit later on, I'm kind of, it's odd. I was going around the map thinking, wow, okay, this is working out quite complicated to prep and get ready and make my notes and make my notes make sense. But when I got to the bit I'm going to talk about, the bit I'm buzzing about, it was that thing of, as I went round, I'm thinking, why is this not being incorporated more? People talk about this type of thing. It will make more sense when we get there. And I'm being very cryptic. I'm just going to turn up here because I want to show you that that bit I was on about. We've got this sort of, I don't know if you'd even class it as a placeable point. It's just a rocky side of a hill. Turn around there and whiz over the top. This brings us to overlooking the bit of the river, which is just here. There you go. So you can come down there into the river, and there's all stone in the bottom. So when I said that periphery verges bit, there was that tiny little bit in the middle you can buy separately, which cost about 80 odd grand, but you've got all that stone in the bottom of the river. That's a really cool feature. I like that. And when I kept looking at the screenshots on the website, on the Mod Hub, thinking there's a picture of an excavator in the water, and it looks like it's loading stone. I thought I haven't come across a production that does that. So I scoured the map until I found it, and there you have it. So when we had the start farm, there was a cow pasture that was to the north. We're just about to come to that. I say just about. We've got a bit of a whoosh left, whoosh right, and a bit of a, you know. Now, when I said about clunky, what I will say is the edges of the map are a little, you know, you get to bits that you look and think, oh, okay. Again, like I said, I'm just being honest. It's not something you can hide when you're doing a map tour, because I'll get comments and people will message and go, well, you know, I really like the map, but it's, well, you know, it is what it is. So cow pasture for 70. So we came from this little farm here, this little across there, wound our way across there, went up across this bit to that bit there, which is where the stone is. Like I said, that little plot you can buy separately. Then we came there, and we are now here. So that cow pasture, oh blimey, there we go, is part of the start farm land that we start with. Hence, start farm. I'd say this map's got a lot of vineyards and olive groves and stuff on it. I'm trying to think of other maps. We've had a few that have had some on, but the maps have been more specifically tailored to this. It just seems to have a real heap of them. So we are coming up on, which one was this? Pond Agricultural Cooperative. So we've got Pond Agricultural Cooperative sell point, which is just through that archway there. Now this horse pasture was one of the 3 horse pastures that you gained when you buy the farm that's up on the hill over there. So this horse pasture, I think all of them do 16. So we'll just say that straight off the bat, they all do 16. So that's the sell point, Pond Agricultural Cooperative. And then we've got the a purchase point for buying products. And as I often say, not always, but often say when I do map tours, if you don't know what you can buy at a location, just go into your menu, go down to your prices, and as you scroll down every single item on the right hand side, it will show you under buying or selling. Buying is what they will pay you for your goods, selling is what they will charge you for buying them. So if you go down until we find something, I think it's more, there we go, what was it? There you go, input purchase pond silo, that's where we are now. So you can buy seed here, and you roll your way down, you can find all the various different items that can be purchased at different locations. So if you're not sure what can be purchased at a point, that's how you go about it. So up on the hilltop, we've got the Lost House Dairy. Now I did buy the dairy, and it was standard. So the Lost House Dairy, and behind it is the sell point that goes with it. So the dairy is just there. Sell point is around the back, just there. I did double check because all the pallets were still stacked up. I thought, do we need pallets for the dairy? And it didn't require them, so that was good to know. Next turning on our left, I think. I never touched that sign. That was like that when I did my map prep as well. I've often come back on since then. I always get blamed. I know everyone always says, oh, MrSealyp, please knocking signs down again. Nope, not me. So turn up here. So this was the farm we purchased that had the 3 additional horse pastures. Now this has got a horse stable on it. So the pastures are just out and about around the map, so you can take your horses out if you want to. So just there, horses 16, farmer 500 silo, manure heap just there. That's interesting. Let me just double check something. Let's go into here, go to our animals, horses. we don't normally get manure from horses. Let me just double check something here, because I'm just suddenly realised that was one of those, you know, my brain suddenly went, hang on a minute, let's go into here, have a look at this, horses. For curiosity, then out a little bit further here, I think it says chickens, 70 for the yard, there we go. So, I'm one of the horse pastures we are going to go to, but the third of the four, the third of the additionals on top of that one there is over by the town, and we're not heading back in that way, but that's all good. So, swinging around, we've got waterfalls and waterways galore on this map. We are going to go that way and that way. I'm trying to remember the route. I'm going to take a slight detour, and again this is a little bit naughty, probably shouldn't do it, but it's alright because there's a track just there. I'm sure no one will mind too much, because down here we've got the sawmill. As far as I recall, this was standard. So, click on there. This is the Lower Alpine Forest Sawmill. Yeah, wood planks. I did try, when I do my prep off, I'll often try with platinum on, or premium as well. That one we had in the town that said processing or fruits and vegetables, I said that, oh, I better put premium on, because if that process is the new premium expansion, say new, but the premium expansion vegetables, but it didn't show anything up for those at all. So I thought, well, you know, it doesn't hurt to check. You never know. Don't want to miss it. Right, out across this way. So this brings us out to, I thought there were pigs then. I suddenly thought, no, there's stones. I thought, what is that? I don't remember putting pigs in. We've got a little observatory here. It doesn't have a sail point or anything with it, but there is an observatory here. Now that pasture, when we bought plot 153, which is up in the northwest, and that little pig pasture came up over here, this is it. So the pig pasture over here is linked to 153, 250 pigs out in this pasture just here. Then just up there we have got a quarry point, and this is a buy point. This is purchase quarry treaty, it says, and you can buy, I don't know why there's gas pumps there. You can buy lime and stone here, so if you want to come and buy lime and stone you can. But if you recall, I showed you that plot that was part of the verges, but then in the middle is the quarry. So just down in here, if you want to buy this plot, you can buy the quarry in its own right, and there's stone down in the bottom of there which you can go and help yourself to. Once you own the quarry, you've got access to it. I guess once you've depleted it, if you want to sell the quarry back, I guess you can if you want to, or you could, I don't know, simulate adding more in as you're quarrying. I don't know. However you go about running your quarries is your business. I shall not poke my nose in. Didn't really do that very well, did I? Yeah, mind, eh? It's all good. Right. We will get there. Whoa, easy tiger, easy. I did also try buying all of the forest plots, because the one I purchased that had the pigs on, I thought, oh, what if all of them do it? But they don't. It was just the one. So again, doesn't hurt to check. There seems to be catapults all over the place. I don't know if this area was fought over back in the day. We have got the oil mill here, I think it was. I think we had some extra oils here. Or did I dream it? Sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, yes, grape oil, corn oil in addition. So some extra oils added in. So we must be rapidly approaching the 30 additional products. We go further down the hill. Have I shown where we've been for a while? Probably not, but anyway. From that farm up there, wound our way across there, out there, whizzed out to the sawmill, down here to the pig pasture, that one there. We're around here at this point. We're now going to go along to the biogas plant. Then we've done the biogas plant. We're going to go across the kind of crossroads here and out that way, and yeah, we'll get round it all. I promise. While I'm recording this, I'm keeping an eye out for mods because nothing's dropped yet. It's going to be a late one. I know it is. I'm going to get clobbered. The later they are, the later I'm out here. So, biogas plant. Now, the biogas plant is bought separately to the land. The land isn't very expensive. The biogas plant is it's up there, I guess. We run down the side there. We've got a large silage clamp around the side there. If we jump just across here and in here. Biogas plant, 875 grand, 250 kilowatt. It's a standard productions in and digestate out. And if we come back onto here and we go to our land, I've lost myself. We're here. There we go. So plot 53 is only 4,860. So you can buy the land then. Now I did try to remove the silage clamp and it wouldn't let me. And I did also try to remove some of the decorative items and it wouldn't. The biogas plant, however, now I'm not sure because I didn't try it. Sometimes, oh no, it did let me remove it, okay. But like I say, the downside is because I couldn't get any of the decorative objects to remove, there's a worry then if you go on to place another biogas plant in its place, you're then limited to what you can place because of other items that are around. So, something to bear in mind with your biogassery. So, a little bit of crossroadage. Ish. Well, I suppose it is. Where are you going? Oh, you are turning. So, like I say, it's a weird route, but it was the best way I could figure out taking everything in. So we're coming up on. Huh? I didn't find any caves. What the? Okay. We're coming up on. It says happiness of Gwei, is it? Which is a sell point just there. And then next door to that, we have got the restaurant. We do need to go back on ourselves ever so slightly. I think I need to turn up there towards the caves. That was not intended. How did I use that? Because one of the pastures, was it plot 51 that I purchased? It was a tiny little plot just in here. Whoa. We've got the cow pasture just on the edge of this forested area on this steep hillside. Oh, I thought I could cut that corner. No. Isn't that bizarre? I didn't find any caves. I wonder where they are. So, just here on the hillside. 50 cows can be pasteurised. Can be put in a pasture. That's going to really bug me now. Where's the caves? Oh, if you've already played on this map, because like I say, this came out ages and ages ago. This is on the Maps I Missed series, so I'm gradually mopping them all up. You probably already know. But I need to follow this track, I think it was. And this whole forest on this hillside, there's a little fishing lake, a little pond down there for a bit of fishing if you want to do that. But what is really cool, and we bought this, was it 800 and something thousand for this entire forest. And we've got this. And this is where things differ ever so slightly, because we've got our pigs, but then we've got wild boar, and this is the boar forest. So what we can do, I mean, let's go for the cheaper ones. Let's do that. We'll do 500. And what I loved about this, which really made me smile, was there's not just a pen like all the others. Even if you get a pasture which covers a field, which is fine, they're just everywhere, all over the hillside. Both sides, all the way round, there are just wild boar just wandering about. That's brilliant. That's proper open pasture stuff. That's animals just going wherever they want. And sometimes you encounter them and sometimes you don't. There you go, that's one there. One over there. There's one, I just saw one over here somewhere. Yeah, over there by the log pile. When I came wandering around, there was one just laying on the gravel path. This as a feature, just having them just wandering around wherever they want to go, obviously within the boundary of this forest. But yeah, look, one there. They're just everywhere. That's brilliant. Why? And again, why has this not been done more? Why can't it be done more? I know a lot of people are talking about FS25 and saying, you know, can we have that so you can make your own pastures, make them buildable and scalable, or just pick a field and decide, right, I want that to be an animal pen. Click on it and you opt. Is it a field? Is it an animal pen? If you click animal pen, then bang, you can put animals in it, you know? That would be an amazing feature to have. Anyway, that being said, up the top here is our feed and water point, a focal point. Look out at the top here as well. And they're everywhere. You just wander about and you come across them. Now, bearing in mind I put 180 in. It's a big area. There's another one down there. I can hear them. Look, they're under the tree. It's just brilliant. Now, you may think, well, I don't know what I was getting so excited about. It's such a... I'm trying to think, and I've done map tours on, you know, hundreds of maps now. And obviously I'm catching up on the few that I missed. And people say, oh, you did miss a lot. On the scale of how many I've done to how many I've not done, you know, I'm up there on how many I've done. I'm trying to think of another map I've come across where that's the thing, where it's... So was there one out there? Look, just sitting in the road, look. Absolutely brilliant. Now I'm assuming they will breed, and they're an animal type. That is a pen, for all intents and purposes. Yes, it's an entire forest, but it is a pen. Brilliant. Wild boar forest, thumbs way up on that, love it. So this we're coming up on now is the farm that I said you can purchase, and it's got lots of sort of derelict buildings. I thought that'd be quite cool. You can sort of simulate rebuilding the farm. Unfortunately, I couldn't remove any of them. I did try to demolish them, and I got nothing coming up. But you have got some buildings, and you know, it doesn't stop you putting vehicles and machinery in it. You're just not able to remove them. From here, we have got just here, this is the wild boar grain mill. This was standard grain mill. It was standard crop types in with flour out, nothing over and above. Now, even though it's showing pallets, I'm going to double check this because I want to make absolutely certain, because there's pallets all over the place. But I'm sure it didn't require pallets. You watch it require pallets now. No. God, that's sneaky. See, it caught me out. I've now just spent 96 grand on a grain mill I didn't technically need, just to check for pallets. Olives on the hillside, and then we turn down here. On the left, we've got a sheep pasture, just there. And when we bought that sheep pasture there for 450 sheep, we got that little plot there. So we are now went across the crossroads out to there, came back around and up there to that cow pasture. I'm trying to think where there might be. Could be in there maybe. That looks kind of stony. Maybe the caves are in there. I'm going to have a look afterwards when I'm finished. And then we went up into here, into the boar forest, which is really cool. Round there to the derelict farm, which is just there. Down across there, boar grain mill, and then we got the pasture. So this one here, 86, did those two. Then plot 85 did the farm, which is just next door. We do have chickens, we do have a sheep pen, we do have a farmer. Oh, I'm going to say 500, but it could be an 800. I think it's the 500. Chickens, again at 70. I'm going to double check that as well. I don't want to make sweeping statements. 70 that come back to bite me. Sheep pen. So you can put them in the pen here, and then when you want to put them out to pasture, put them out there if you want to. And then a farmer, 500. Yes. I don't know why I'm so excited by that. I got something right. Well done. Kind of what I'm supposed to do, really. Right, out to the main road. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. If you're still with me, thank you. Got a little bit of a drive now. So we're heading west, kind of across the bottom of the map. Like I said, right at the start, but early on, it feels very big. It feels like a very big map. So we're coming up on plot 152, I think it was. I say coming up on. It's a bit of a drive. So this plot here, now this is mainly sheds. We do have a silo here as well, but all the rest of it is sheds. There's no animal pens at this one. Farm at 800 on this one. I think actually it's just got a workshop trigger. This might have a workshop trigger. Why is it not showing? Yeah, workshop trigger just there. That's when you know you've done a lot of map tours and you've been playing the game a long time. When you look at a building and think, hang on, I recognise that type of building. I'm sure this has a, you know, I've seen one of those before. But plenty of space for activities. Right, so from there, up there, round across there, plot 152 just there. We're now going to whiz around here to the sugar mill. The sugar mill was standard, no additional crops in or out or anything like that. Crops in, sugar out. Whoa! Fall guy, that's me. Stuntman extraordinaire. Like, so I haven't seen a train on the tracks. I can't say for certain there's not one that runs through, but I haven't seen one yet. And this was the other bit I was talking about right at the start. As well as the boar forest, this just blew me away. I turned the corner and thought, wow! Because I looked on the sort of description and the information, and I looked down the list of sell points, and it was like fortified bakery. And I was like, what? Why would you need to fortify your bakery? Sugar mill, just there. I'm not going to jump out, like I say. I'm not going to. I did jump out, but I didn't mean to. What is a fortified bakery? And this is why. It's in a walled town. Fortified over the ages. And as I drove in, I thought, this is really, I mean, again, picturesque. There's waterfalls and bridges and dovecots and all these lovely old stone buildings. Little playground for the kiddies. You can come on in, have a lovely lunch, coffee, whatever you want to do. And what we are going to do though is turn in just here. Gently does it. And like I said, but then you've got that kind of the clunky nature of it, which is in amongst all this picturesqueness, and it's fantastic. We've got here the fortified village bakery. Maybe they just built the whole thing around it. So we do bread and cake, but we can also do zini pasta, because we had the option for zini sauce, didn't we? Tomato sauce earlier. I haven't come across anywhere that makes an actual, you know, bolognese or something like that. But anyway, so we can make pasta here as well, in addition to, that's why I bought the bakery, to show you that very thing. Now, again, we've got a rather an oddity that comes with this. I probably shouldn't be driving down here. No, that's for pedestrians. I shouldn't be going down there. Let's keep chugging. I love the fact that's kind of like logs and stuff in the process of being built here. Don't know how you're going to get it out of here, but one of those jobs, you finish the whole task and stop and think, okay, I might have boxed myself into a corner here, don't know if I can get out. Right, to our right, more olive grove, but then we've got here, and I'm not sure about the triggers for this. This is an odd one. So this is a buy point. I'm not quite sure why that. I think the buy point might be here, but anyway, this is for the purchase of slurry related items. This is the purchase of sewage I'm going to show you on the map. So come to here. So that says, there you go, purchase of sewage sludge. That's for slurry and manure, I think it was. You can buy. That shows the sale point saying the fortified village, and then that one there says the fortified village. Now if you click in the menu here and we find something that says the fortified village, I went through, now I'll be honest, I haven't been through all of them. There we go, fortified village. If I click on tag place, it tags the one there. Everything I clicked on tagged that one, and not this one here that says the fortified village. So I'm thinking maybe that trigger's supposed to be here, and that is the trigger for the fortified village. I think. Let's be honest, if you try and bring something to sell here and it won't let you sell it, I would say take it to the one just across the way and it will let you sell it just there. What we are going to do is turn in here. Now remember I said about those horse pens, pastures? So there's your fortified village sale point, and what I want to show this, the dinghy on here. This is Rubber Dinghy Rapids, people. Look at the speed that is hooning round there. I don't know if it's supposed to be a ride, whether you come and pay and have a go. I mean, that'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? But that is shifting some. I even wrote it on my notes. Show dinghy. Right, so of those pastures we bought, the horse pastures we bought ages ago, up at that other farm, this is the second of 3 or whatever, in addition to. So you're now, what's weird, now this does say, I'm going to buy it, we don't need to buy it, we've already got it. This is, it says loose, I'm sure it says loose on the thing. So we're here, look, horses on the loose. Now well, it doesn't matter what horses you put in here. We've got a pen here, we've got a gate open, a bridge and a gate open. So well, that's pretty cool, the horses can go between the pens. I wonder how they've worked out the nav mesh on that. The nav mesh was, I put the 2 horses in, the horses went over the fence, down through there, up there, out there. When I came back later on, they were out of the fence, they were out in the field. I don't know how big the nav mesh is, but when they say horses on the loose, they're not joking, they just go wherever they want. They're not bothered. You're not going to pen me in. So, that's that and that. And then I think the final location we're coming to is here, and I'm going to purchase this because this has an addition. This is the tailor shop. Oh, that's wardrobe. Click on that because we've got clothes, and then we've got this grape seed cushion. I've never heard of that. The recipe is fabric, raisins, and pallets. I've never heard of a grapeseed cushion before, but anyway, you can make a grapeseed cushion then, which is rather cool. Let's come back to the map. So we're now here at this point. If we drive back along here, it takes us to the store town farmer, which we came around that loop and we came up the little dirt track. If we go along here and join that road and come back, it brings us back to the main area, which was the restaurant and to the happiness of Gui Gui, and then back into the town. If I've missed a pasture anywhere, I apologise. I think I've covered everything as far as I can tell. I have. So like I say, it's an interesting map. Something very different. Some interesting extra products thrown in. Some interesting extra things with the horses on the loose. With the wild boar thing, I still think is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to see if I can find those caves. Actually, what I might do, I'm always over there. See if I can find those caves. If I do, I'll show you, and then we'll do our outro. Well, I've been all over the place. I put the drone up, I went all over the hillside. I think they're just trying to trick tourists. I went through the woodland there. I couldn't find anything, nothing obvious that stood out. I don't know why I'm so excited and so buzzing about it. I've just been wandering around and loving the fact there are just wild boar all over the place. And they're just loving life, just wandering about, laying down, basking in the sun, just having a great old time. Found a couple of lots of rocky formations, but nothing that I would say is a cave. But anyway, that's the map, The Another World by Design Farming, Tina Inc. in the Maps I Miss series with MrSealyp. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.